Today I'm going to talk about what parenting taught me about running my business efficiently. And spoiler alert, if you see a bug and you're scared of bugs, do not freak out unless you want your kid to freak out. Or worse, think it's hilarious to throw those frickin' bugs at you. What's up, my good vibe DJ crew? You know how we do here on my Don't Kill My Vibe channel. You know, I was thinking about this the other day because what do we see happen with kids? They fall down and then they look at us and they're like, all right, how should I react? Am I dying? Is everything going to be okay? And those parents that are like, oh my gosh, their kid's like, oh my God, I'm dying. I have to go to the hospital now. Whereas if you're just like, oh, look what happened. How you doing? You know, checking in on you. A little different of a reaction. This is especially apparent when it comes to leadership roles. Like if you are the leader of your team and a record deal falls through or a booking is no longer happening and you flip out, your team is looking at you like, oh my God, should we be freaking out too? Is it the end of the world? So you really got to be mindful of your reactions to situations. The next thing that parenting really has taught me is that you should probably just expect the worst, hope for the best, but plan for both. So for example, you know, if you go out for the day with your kid and don't pack a second pair of pants, for sure they are going to have a huge blowout and you're going to wish you packed a change of clothes for them and for you. Kind of like if you went to the club and you only brought one USB, that USB is most definitely going to fail on you. So you want to bring a couple backups. And last but not least, though there are probably tons more I could add, but this is the one I want to really emphasize, is that it's important to encourage problem solving as opposed to fixing somebody's problems. So for example, if your child is working on maybe a piece of art and the paint spills, you know, instead of it being the end of the world, instead of like cleaning it up, right away is maybe making a statement with that kid and saying like, uh-oh, all right, I guess it's time to clean this up. And maybe if they're really disappointed in how their art turned out, you know, give them some ideas on how they can utilize this mistake and learn from it or create something really cool. Same thing obviously goes for when you're working with a team and things don't go exactly as planned. Maybe, you know, it's something that you know, a mix the person was working on. Maybe it was a track that they have been working hard at. Maybe it's a business deal that isn't really going the way they hope. Help them by having empathy, by saying like, oh man, that kind of sucks what's going on right now. Ask them questions about what they think they could do differently or how they want it to look, and then maybe offer some solutions. But don't go in there and try to fix the situation. Don't go in there and like give them the instructions and then do the instructions, you know, like really encourage that people problem solve and try to find solutions. Those are my 3 tips. Hope y'all are having a wonderful week. What kind of tips would you give? Are you a parent? Is there something like really cool that your kid taught you that you really want to share? Or maybe you're not a parent, but you know, think about things that your parents implemented when you were growing up, or a caregiver or someone you really look up to. Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't let no one kill your vibes.